This is All-Star Rugby. It is New England Red versus Mid-Atlantic Sharks to kick off the 2026 Shield Challenge here in Atlanta, Georgia. I am John Broker, joined by Pago Haini in this first matchup. New England Red, champions a couple of times. Mid-Atlantic Sharks, growing better year by year, have a very impressive team here. There you see New England Red ready to go. They're going to be taking on the Mid-Atlantic Sharks. New England Red, coached by Dave Laflamme, Kyle Sumption at Turbidity, with a manager, James Simpson-Lizotte. Mid-Atlantic is Jeff Duke, John Solomon, Matthew Drum Google, and James Conrad as their manager. They're in the light blue. We're going to bring in Pago as soon as we get going here. It's going to be New England Red to kick off, running left to right on your screen. Great weekend in Atlanta, about 40 degrees here. Referee whistles us to get underway, and we are indeed. It is inside the 22. Long kick there from New England Red. But a big break right off the bat there. Tristan Davia is going to make some room. He's going to get down inside the 40-meter line, or to the 40-meter line of this New England Red team. He pops the ball up there to Shamar Malak out of Towson University. Inside the half they are immediately. Brendan Delia moves that ball. They've got some runners wide, but good defense there from New England Red. Inside their own half, ball on the ground. Coming around, little run forward there from Colin. That's Takandisa. New England Red has the ball here. New England Red, there's two teams, New England Red, New England White. Ball comes across, all action for this first 50 seconds. Still getting ready to bring in my color analyst here. First penalty of the game. Pago, some good work here by both these teams. They really want to run. It's going to be a line out here of the penalty to New England Red. Pago, we're going to bring you in right now and discuss this great game. All action to get going here.
Yes.
Jamie Phillips gets set to put this one in. Jamie Phillips, a grad out of Dartmouth. Ball sails over the top. Referee has his arm out for a scrum advantage. Pago going to be a scrum here for Mid-Atlantic Sharks inside their 22. First scrum of the weekend.
Good morning, and it's great to be here with you, John, covering the future of American rugby as they go at it in Atlanta this weekend. As we can see, the Foundry had an opportunity there, really good opportunity in the red zone, which is inside the 22, to have an opportunity to have the first go at the attacking, to get some points. Unfortunately, they had the overthrow there, and we end up with this scrumming right now. So it's good to be here with you, John, today. Looking forward to calling this match and looking forward to watching the future of American rugby, this weekend.
All right, big drive there to get going from Red. They push the ball back. It's taken inside the try zone by the Mid-Atlantic Sharks. Going to be a scrum here for Red. Good work off of that set piece. They're going to have a great attacking opportunity here at the 5-meter line, Pago.
Yes, great opportunity here. They just lost the line out a minute ago. They put pressure on that scrum. Really, really good pressure that came through the scrum. Put pressure on the opposition. They lost the ball. Unfortunately, when you go over the try line on your own try line, you ground it. It's a turnover, which therefore results in the scrum. And now the Foundry are now in a better position than what they were a minute ago from the line out. Middle of the field, you can use both sides to attack from here. So really good opportunity. We'll see if they can execute well from here, from the set piece. And we'll see what kind of game plan they're coming into. If they want to go out wide, there's a great opportunity for us to see what these two teams are trying to do in terms of their attack. If they're trying to go through the middle, if they're trying to go through the back. But Usually, when you have a scrum in the middle of the field, it opens up so many opportunities because now you have the left side, you have the right side to try and attack. So we'll just watch here what they want to do.
Charm Tuala, the number 9, New Zealand born. He plays at Brown University. Ready to put this one in. Philemoni Manu wearing number 15 in the first receiver position out here. Another New Zealand born player. He went to Lahaina High School, plays at St. Bonaventure, plays at AIC. Apologies to AIC, but they're not going to need him. They're going to drive that one right over and falling on it. It's going to be Hamish Yeldum, the grad student out of Dartmouth. He's from London, England. First points here, Pago, with a powerful scrum from New England Red.
That's the second scrum they've had now. Really, really dominate. They won the hit right from the get-go, chased their feet, and then result in that drive over the line. You know, you hardly see those nowadays, but with a dominate type 5, you can see that right from the bind, the set, they hit, they chase their feet, and then they put the opposition under pressure straight away. So really good start from the Foundry, really good start from the big boys up front. You know, that's what you want from your big boys. The opening minutes of the game, you get stuck into it. They didn't even need their backs. The scrums pushed over. You know, that amazing team try, especially for the big boys up front.
Yeah, Paco, you've been in that position before. Like that kind of pushover try earlier in the game just has to really boost those energy levels, right?
Exactly. You know, and you always go into the game, especially as big forwards, the big boys up front. Set piece is the key to victory, right? And now there's a second scrum, and they got stuck straight into it. I like the way they're going on about their business, because if you win the set piece, a lot of things are going to open up later on in the game. And you know, now the opposition is under pressure now with that kick go over the touchline. But just looking at that front row from the Foundry, you know, really good size, big boys up front, and that's what you really want to start the game. Is you need to dominate the set piece first, and then everything else will open up after that.
New England Reds going to have the scrum in midfield. As Pago said, the ball sailed over the touchline. Not the answer you want there from Mid-Atlantic Sharks. Now, Red knows they can draw a penalty here with the powerful scrum if they would like. Good look at Philemoni Manu right there, a phenomenal player out of AIC. NCR All-American. Wonderful player to keep an eye on there. They got somebody directly in behind. As you can see, referee's going to bring this one up. We're going to set down the scrum again. We'll see if Red's tactic is to try to draw in the penalty or just work off of this with a set piece.
And this is a great...
Go, Paco.
Yep. This is a great opportunity for the Foundry to see what they want to do off the attack here. Obviously, they now know that they're very dominant in the scrum. We'll see if they want to draw another penalty and kick for a touch and then try and sort out their line out, or they want to have a steady foundation and then to see if they want to play off it.
Tuala gets that one going. They are going to come off the back there. Moving down this right-hand side. Dummy runner comes in, but that one slipped. Little mistake there coming in from John McGoey. The UMass player gets turned over. So it's a scrum advantage here to the Mid-Atlantic Sharks. Mid-Atlantic Sharks are going to have a go. They will lose this advantage quickly. Inside near their own 22. The defense of the Red been driving them back a little bit here. Good pressure coming on from this New England team. As of yet, 7 minutes into this first half. 15-minute halves here in Atlanta all weekend. Coming up next, going to be Great Lakes Thunderberg's Tri-State Foundry. Right now we have New England Red. Referee sees no advantage happening here. So we're going to come back to a scrum for Mid-Atlantic off of that knock-on. You know, these games are pretty short, Pago, so Mid-Atlantic needs to get into a groove here.
Yeah, they need to get into the game straight away. They put a lot of pressure on that first line out, which result into a turnover. But then they've considered 2 penalties of the scrum. You know, with the Reds really dominating the scrum, you know, every time there's a set piece, every time there's a scrum, you know, the Sharks are always going to be wary of what they want to do off it.
Yeah, we'll just hold. So, yeah, this Mid-Atlantic team really wants to get back into this, Pago. This is a wonderful weekend we have here. We're having a little bit of technical difficulties early in this day here. We're going to get this started. So right now we have New England Red versus Mid-Atlantic Sharks. After this, going to be Great Lakes Thunderbirds versus the Tri-State Foundry. And then Midwest Barbarians versus Western Bison, the Southeast Bears, New England White. That's the first round of games in the Rising Stars. We have the All Stars, excuse me. We have Rising Stars as well, Pago. So, Pago, there's some great future players here. We've just seen in these first few minutes for these teams. Everybody can expect some great rugby all weekend.
Exactly, and that's the exciting part of it about this tournament is, we get to see all the all stars, within the college setup, the future of American rugby all come together. This is the best of the best from the collegiate level getting together today. Showcasing their talent, showcasing what they can bring to the game, and also, now with the Major League Rugby around, it's a great opportunity for these young kids, not only to have a good weekend, but to put their name forward, to put themselves forward, going forward, so that get an opportunity to play professional rugby in the Major League, or go overseas and also continue to develop our young talent. So it's a very good weekend, and very looking forward to watching some of these young talents going at it. And for us to, never know, it might be in 10 years we see some of these kids up in in our big screens, up in the TV, playing and representing, hopefully, USA Rugby. But, it's a great weekend, and really looking forward to it.
Yeah, it certainly is here. And it's an opportunity for these guys to shine. They have to play within kind of the team structure. So New England Reds taking on Mid-Atlantic Sharks right now. And the winner of this will play the winner of the next game, Great Lakes Thunderbirds, Tri-State Foundry. That goes towards the winner's bracket. So it's kind of a winner-take-all. To win this competition, Pago, you have to win every single game. So there's no slow starts. We saw Mid-Atlantic here. They're letting the Independents getting the jump on them a little bit. But really, you have to start strong.
Exactly, especially with this short games format, right? If you come out a little bit cold, and you take a little while to get into the game, sometimes you'll find yourself down and then you're chasing the game. But with short format, you need to come out firing, ready, really, really go, which is what the Reds were doing. Came out, really attack in their set piece, especially in their scrum. And then he really gave them rewards. They scored a try off it, pushover try, really easy try for the number 8, but really it should be a team try. And then, the Sharks kicked the ball out back in the halfway, and then, they got a penalty again. So for the Reds, they really need to continue their dominating the set piece, maybe, a little bit, fix their line out a little bit. But they need to use their scrum as their weapon, not only for this game, but going forward for the whole weekend.
Great work. So we're just going to hang on just for a second here. We'll wait for these technical difficulties to be sorted out. We'll be bringing you all this all-star action all weekend.
Consistency on 3. 1, 2, 3.
In a sport of power and precision, you need a powerful and precise camera. Analyze your game. Build your team. Grow together.
Ready, up.
VO captures moments. A powerful camera for a powerful sport.
Rugby!
Consistency on three. 1,
2, 3. We are back here. Welcome back. Sorry for those technical difficulties. Just getting the weekend going here. 7-0 lead here for Red over the Sharks. John Broker, Pago Haini. Good attacking opportunity here for this Sharks team. You see.
Yes, welcome back, guys. Really good opportunity. Sharks finally in the red zone, which is the area from the 22 to their try line. You know, great opportunity from the line out. We'll see if they can execute here. Unfortunately, they just turned the ball over again. You know, and as I said at the start, you know, set piece in rugby, especially in this short games format, it's very important because that's where a lot of your strikes, a lot of the things that you want to do, you know, you do off set piece. And unfortunately, they've lost, you know, yet another line out, but that's really good pressure there from them. But you know, both teams struggling a little bit in lineouts at the moment. So they need to fix that, especially when you get down to the red zone. You need to be ruthless. You need to execute, and then you need to get those lineouts so you can play off it.
Penalty goes the other way. It turns around. It's going to be Red's ball. It's Red 21-0. Thank you for the score check there. So 21-0, 3 tries. New England Red leads by here, as it's going to be their ball to put in. Good start for this New England team. Not champions last year, but champions a couple times. They're looking to take that mantle back, but some other teams will want to have their say in that. So see at the back, that's Jerry Basuku. He's at Dartmouth at the moment.
Make sure we get a pause before we go up.
As a grad student.
Not straight,
Queens,
guys.
New York referee.
Austin, guys.
Sees a not straight call, so it's going to come opportunity here for the Sharks, either scrum or line out for them.
Another line out lost there by the Reds. You know, both teams struggling a little bit to execute in the line out. You know, they're both competing very well. You know, but I think they just need to make it simple, especially when you get down here in the red zone. Just make your calls nice and simple so that you can execute well. Hopefully they'll get this one in, and then they can, again, another not straight from the Sharks. You know, they can either go for a line out, but they, as we know, they're very strong in the scrum, the Reds, especially that big tight 5. You know, this is a great platform for them to attack from. So I like this choice from the Reds to go to the scrum after they're not straight, so that they can exit out of their, see if they want to exit out of their own territory, or they want to run from here.
Up 21-0, they don't want to run. We're just about knocking on that 20-minute mark. Not straight either way. Not a terribly windy day here in Atlanta today, but affecting it nonetheless when a team does jump defensively to line out. There's a go. Referee's going to bring this one up. Safety first. We're just going to reset this one. Referees want to make sure everybody is comfortable in there.
I'm coming to the side. Guys, but we gotta make sure we hold our weight. We gotta pull it up. And yeah, I need you to hold the brake foot until the set, okay? The next one I'm gonna have to feature.
Referee letting the players know that there may be some free kicks and penalties coming. But right now he's going to look Red reset this. Charm Kuala ready to put this one in.
Coach! Fight! Set! Hold there now.
Tuala, the Brown product, gets that one in. Jordan Chappell from Dartmouth has the ball at his feet. We got a big drive coming on here. Arm is out, penalty advantage. Free play here for New England Independence Red. The Independents headed towards midfield. Still have an advantage. Tuala puts a short ball up there. On they come through Chappell. Tuala back, looking for a kick here. Is there some space in behind? Does McGoey have it at 50-22? Believe he does. This should be a line out here for New England Red. Great kick there, great vision. Pago puts it in behind for the 50-22, so the line out goes to the Independents.
And it all started from that set piece, started from the scrum. You know, that Red's forward back, I'm just looking at it now. The shortest guy on that forward back is 6 foot. So it's a big forward back. As you can see, they're really dominating the scrum, which gave them the opportunity and then free up their backs to do whatever they want to do on the outside there. You know, it was either they go back to the penalty and then a great option from their number 10 there to kick it down, and then it turned into the 50-22. And unfortunately, both teams are really struggling in the line out right now. So I don't know if they're going to take the points or go again for the line outs, but the Reds are doing a fantastic job, especially in the set piece, to put a lot of pressure on the Sharks right now.
Ethan Knight pushes that one in as a Dartmouth College player into touch, so will be a line out here for the Independence Red. 22 minutes into this first half. Independence another opportunity to put points on the board here. So you take a look at Ethan Knight.
Good opportunity for the Reds here, to either go for more, to continue to put pressure on that forward back, to use their size. As you can see, they're going for the maul now, and the maul is technically kind of like a scrum when you throw in, with the big size up front. Hopefully they continue to go for that, and it looks like they might just go over right now with that move.
Looking for another drive over there, and they have it. Pago is absolutely correct. Ball touchdown there by Independence Red. It is Jamie Phillips getting on the board again. He had a great season down here last year. He's a Swansea University product. Great work, touches down a try. Red goes to 26-0.
And as I said before, is set piece win games. The big boys up front can really, if the big boys up front can sort out their scrum, can be really dominant with their line outs, it can really open up a lot of things, especially later on in the game, when everyone's fatigued. But if you can just continue to dominate the set piece, the scrum, the line outs with your maul, you don't even have to go to the backs, right? Which is what they don't really want, those backs out, out wide.
Backs will be hunting for the ball in an all-star tournament like this. You have to, kind of tread that line between showing how good you are individually and playing as a team, and winning the tournament makes a big difference. Assistant referee's happy with that one. We'll go to 28 points to 0. Kick to come here for the Sharks. Dwayne Sylvester to put this one up. Gonzalez College High School product, plays at Loyola University, Maryland. Ball to Red at their own 22. Ball taken in by Richard Wofford out of Dartmouth. Come down this right-hand side, little skip pass out to the wing. Looking strong, ball in the hands of Patrick McMahon. McMahon from Boston College. Breaks through. A referee there going to penalize New England Independent Red there. Good work by Mid-Atlantic to get back on that ball. A player come off their feet from the Independents. This will be a penalty here for the Sharks.
I just need more control.
Really good attack there, really good exit from the New England Reds there. You know, they've been really dominate. You know, the last time they kicked off, they've used their forwards and they've kicked down back to the Sharks. But this time, instead of kicking, they use their forwards to throw that what we call in rugby a hook ball, and you open up. Now the Sharks have covered a lot of the insides, you know, and now you open up the outside, which make that long, nice break down the sideline. Unfortunately, the cleaner went off their feet in rugby. You know, you have to stay on their feet, and we'll see if they can execute this.
Ball comes out there from Tuala into the middle of the field. Time running down here for this half. We'll see if they can get it. Bostuku is going to take that one. Tuala again turns around, goes the other way, and a player's way. They're going to go for the cross kick here. McMahon looking for it, but it comes down to the Sharks. Finley Brown. Sorry. Malcolm Johnson looking at the wrong team sheet there. Sometimes broadcasters have to ease their way into the weekend as well. Here come the Sharks at their own 22. Ball back from Delia. Off the right boot under a bit of pressure. Did it get tipped off of a New England player's hands? We'll see what the assistant referee says here.
I really love what the Reds are doing in the breakdown. You know, they're not just slowing that ball down. They've actually committed a lot of numbers there to try and put a lot of pressure on the Sharks to really slow that ball down, which makes their defense, you know, set up, and now eventually, you know, they turn that ball over again in the line out. Both teams are really struggling in the line out right now, but the Reds have got the ball inside the red zone, and they, you know, they just continue to attack. They just continue to be ruthless in that red zone.
Finley Brown took that one. Now the ball's going to hand it off and coming forward, looking for the try zone. And in go New England Independence Red. Another try there. That one's Jordan Chappell.
Big man Jordan Chappell is having a really fantastic game. You know, if you have a dominant scrum and your number 8 doesn't have a really good ball control at the back, you know, you're not really going to go anywhere. But you know, Jordan Chappell has done a really fantastic job there. You know, not only controlling the ball at the back of the line now, you know, he's been running well. Really good tip ball there, and amazing line by Jordan Chappell, just hitting that hole, you know, splitting the defense, and eventually, you know, award himself with a try. So really good work from the big boys up front, especially Jordan Chappell. And, you know, if you work hard, tries is going to come your way.
He is doing indeed that. Kick to come here. Ref says about 20 seconds to go. Kicker wants to replace this ball. Get their correct shot on it. Just winding down the time in this first half. Kick coming here from the Independents. Assistant referees happy. They are solid. We're looking for more points. We look at the try scorer there. New Hampshire native,
2 minutes and a half, guys.
captain
2
of the
minutes.
Free Jacks
2
Academy.
minutes and a half, guys. 2 minutes. 2 minutes and a half.
The referee lets everybody know there's 2 minutes on his watch in this half as the Sharks get ready to kick this off.
Inside.
Red going to kick this one downfield, roll in a touch. It was tipped, so it's going to be a ball here to New England Independence Red. Another opportunity for them to put points on the board before the end of this half. They have been able to score from this distance. We'll see what the decision will be.
maybe we'll finally see a clean win in the line out here, John. If they can execute this really good field position for them to attack from, and they finally get the line out. And Jordan Chapel, what a carry!
Play on, guys.
In the middle of the field they go. Again, this one set up. Tuala again moves up.
Back up!
Gets it
Never
to
on sides.
Kindisa. Zimbabwe
Offsides. You guys
ball
are never on
drops.
sides.
There wasn't
You guys
penalty
aren't on
there
sides.
right at the 30-minute mark, so it's going to be
Never
offside.
back.
So another opportunity to play here for New England.
Shot, guys.
They're going to take a shot at goal here. Ethan Knight lets everybody know.
I really like what the Reds are doing right now. You know, they're really mixing up the attack. Sometimes they're going
If
out
it's a dead
wide,
ball.
sometimes off that line out just then. You know, using their big forwards like Jordan Chapel just to crash up, bend that defensive line. You know,
30.
and then that put the outside of the defense offside. Usually, when you have a strong carry in the midfield, the outside of the defense usually get caught, you know, offside, and that gave them that penalty.
Knight strokes that one. Looks like it's going to be good.
Sure.
Referees are happy. They go up to 38-0 at halftime. That's halftime at 38-0.
Yeah,
Red over the Sharks.
If we're walking
Step
in,
aside.
I
We'll be
just
right
need
back
them to
with second
stop
half
for a
action.
minute before if you're going straight up. You got me? If they're doing like if they come in and then they're doing movements and stuff, that's fine. Because it's giving you a chance to at least compete. But if you're just walking in and going straight up, it's not going to.
Mike, can you hear me? Baker?
Consistency on 3. 1, 2, 3.
In a sport of power and precision, you need a powerful and precise camera. Analyze your game. Build your team. Grow together. VO captures moments. A powerful camera for a powerful sport.
Welcome back to Silverback Park here in Atlanta, Georgia. National Collegiate Rugby's All-Star Weekend. Big lead here for New England Independence Red. In red on the right of your screen. In blue to kick off is the Mid-Atlantic Sharks. They have a lot to make up here, down 38 points. John Broker, I'm with Pago Haini to bring you this one. Exciting matchups here all weekend. The winner of this game, which is looking a bit like it's going to be Independent Red, play the winner of the next game, which is Great Lakes Thunderbirds, which is the Tri-State Foundry. Ready to get us underway here in this second half are the Mid-Atlantic Sharks. Sharks with the kickoff. That one skews off the boot. Not the way you want to start this second half. The strong scrum here for Independent Red. Pago, that's immediate attacking opportunity for this New England team.
Your captain?
Yes, that is not the way you want to start, the second half of this game, especially when you're down 38 points. You need to use every opportunity that you can get in this second half to try and chase down that lead. On the opposite side of that, the Reds, they're probably going to enjoy this. They're really, really dominant in their set piece, especially in this area of the game, which is the scrum. Really big forward back with the big man Jordan Chappell at the back there controlling it. We'll see what they want to do. They want to continue attacking that scrum or using that scrum as a platform to release their backs on the outside.
30-minute halves all weekend long. Big drive here. Do they draw this? Tuala's going to move that ball away. On the run they go through McGoey. McGoey chips that one in behind. Tips over the head of Dwayne Sylvester. He's in his try zone at the moment and spills the ball forward. So we have a knock-on advantage here for New England Red. It's going to be dived on by Mid-Atlantic. So it'll be a scrum right at the 5-meter line. You can see Chum Tuala Pago. He is happy and ready for his team to scrum.
Exactly. The boys up front are pumped up about this opportunity. And this is what happens when your scrum is going forward. Usually, if the scrum is going forward, it gives your backs a lot of opportunity, a lot of space to assess what the opposition is doing. Tuala there was a really nice little chip kick behind, which put the Sharks under a lot of pressure, and then the kick is as good as their chasing line, as they say in rugby, and then they put a lot of pressure, reward themselves, and we'll see if Jordan Chappell can go over for another push-over try here.
See a lot of changes made here for Red, but that man right there, Chappell, has scored a couple. Tuala just looking for some runners. Gets the ball up to Takayan Disa. Takayan Disa gets right to the post. Another drive coming. Can't quite go over. That one's short. Tuala digs. Tuala gets it out there to Yeldum. Yeldum at the line. Yeldum over. And is going to be Hamish Yeldum from Tonbridge School at Dartmouth University now. Is going to touch down a try. And where they left off right at the end of the first is where they're going to start the second. Scoring tries at will, this New England Independence Red team, Pago.
Exactly, and then dominate set piece, dominate carries here from their big man up front. Now they're making some changes. Hamish coming in now at hook, working around the corner there, eventually free up the space on the outside there and reward the big man for a nice try, and that all comes from a really good strong set piece, from the halfway, got the turnover down at the 5-meter line, 3 phases later, Hamish is over the try line. Really good work here from the big boys up front from the Reds. The Sharks, they need to, front up a little bit here, it's a big score line now to chase down, but anything can happen in the sport of rugby, as we all know. So continue to fight, continue to stay in the game, but the Reds are fully in control of this one right now.
Yeah, 45. Just a couple of minutes into this one. We're going to have a kick here. Mid-Atlantic Sharks. Changed their kicker, pushed that one just a little bit longer. They're at the 22. Good ball there. Tuala comes to the left. Gets the ball into the hands of Anton Schmidt. Boston College player out of Winchester, Massachusetts.
It's
We
fine.
get to change here. It's Bobby Voth at scrum half.
Back off.
I'm mistaken for Chomp Tuala. Bobby Voth, Boston College player with the St. Ignatius High School, stepping into that scrum position. Scrum half position, I should say. But it's Mid-Atlantic ball. Very few attacking opportunities for this Mid-Atlantic team so far in this one. They're going to move this ball away through Delia, Temple University. Grad student. Delia looks one way, goes the other, but defense had come up, and he scampers away and gets through. He's made a break. Good work here for the Sharks. Is this their opportunity? Max Horn takes that one into contact and gets turned over. Good defense there from Independence Red. Able to get over. Players unhappy for the Sharks there, but not releasing as they get back on that. It's going to be a penalty here for New England.
Really good work there by the winger Richard Woodford, getting back, scrambling defense. As soon as that ball carrier hit the ground, he was all over that ball. Not many wingers are willing to pull their head in the tough, in those close spaces. But Woodford with a great poach there. Give them another penalty. Give them an opportunity to get out of their own half.
Hold on, guys.
Look at Eldon there. He scored that last try. He's North England under 20, full England under 20.
Time, guys.
Plenty of teams there. Referee making some changes here again are red. Yeldham's going to head off the field. Garrett Mann from Brown is going to come in wearing number 17. Garrett Mann out of Pittsburgh, PA. Here in Atlanta at Silverbacks Park with his team up 45-0. He's going to step into this one.
Good guys. Time's back.
Up they go. Not straight, and it was contested. Referee being pretty consistent on those, Pago. Going to be a scrum or a line out here to the Sharks.
Yes, it looks like they choosing to go with the line out again.
Yeah, scrum's been driven all over the place. Yeah.
Yes.
Go ahead, Pago.
Usually in rugby, if you get to choose, especially from a line out, if you want to go to a line out again, or you want to go to a scrum, and knowing that the red scrum is very dominant right now, that's probably why the Sharks chose to go with the line out instead.
Shamar Malak takes that one in after the run there. Here's a Towson University student. Ball out to the wing, looking for a little step there. Tian Pillay, but doesn't quite get it. University of Delaware, a blue hen out of Delaware. Right at halfway they go. Max Horn takes that one in. Seen a couple of runs from the Kutztown University player. Ball comes a little bit wider there. They're right at midfield. Luca Janssen van Voeren, a Kutztown University junior, takes that one in. Good defense here from Red. New England Independent Red. They are driving back this Mid-Atlantic team, losing much more ground than they've been able to gain, but still have the ball. Delia, certainly a live wire. They're going to kick this one downfield. They realize they're not really getting anywhere, but a mistake again as the ball goes into touch directly, so it's going to be from where the ball was kicked will be the line out here for Independent Red.
And John, the Reds defense, they're ruthless right now. They're two-man tackling, slowing that ball down. In rugby, when you slow the ball down in the breakdown, it gives your defensive line a lot of time to adjust. And they're coming out, they're really winning that physical battle in the breakdown. Even in their tackles, they're driving the Sharks back. And now the Sharks eventually ran out of options, decided to kick. It wasn't a good kick, it went straight out. And now it gives the Reds another opportunity for another set-piece attack here.
Down, another good line out there from Red. Big hard run coming from Chappell. Keep an eye on this man. He's been having a wonderful game at the start of this tournament. few more games to go if he can keep that up, but looking strong from the go as Voth puts that one far across. McGoey, another long pass. They get the ball to the wing eventually. A little step inside there for Bobby Walker. Bobby Walker is at the 5-meter line.
Fine, guys.
Bobby Walker,
Fine.
senior out of Northeastern University. Ball comes back across into the forwards to do some work. Anton Schmidt takes that. Voth goes back the other way. Voth, passing lane, gets chewed up, so he takes it in himself. Away they come through Manu. Big run coming for Tony Zhao.
No!
Zhao, another Brown University product. Hit on the side, hit illegally on the side. Moving off sides here against the Mid-Atlantic Sharks.
One is offside.
Referee.
He's in front of the back foot before the Nines play the ball. Rule penalty.
There's a try.
Oh, it was a try. I didn't see somebody take it quick. Pago, good eyes there. I was trying to wait for the penalty to come next.
Anton Schmidt just decided to take a quick tap there. No one was really paying attention except for the referee. Schmidt took a quick tap. Was it?
It was a
Yeah.
try. They're going for the points right here.
We're still trying to find out who scored that try. He had this so fast, no one knew.
He's fooled me completely. I saw the referee talking, Pago. I thought they were going to come back and it was going to be a start of a penalty there.
Usually in those situations, the referee will slow the game down, trying to get all the players set again. But if someone is behind the ball here, as we can see, if someone is behind the ball, number 15, Filimoni Manu was
Filimoni
behind
Manu.
the ball. Really good, smart rugby IQ there. Knew what he was doing. Quick tap, went untouched and scored a try. Good work there. Good awareness from Filimoni Manu. AIC, he's been having an amazing game there, controlling from the back, and well-deserved score for the big man.
Such a good player, Manu, as the ball comes down to red. Still plenty of time in this half. Both looking forward. The penalty against Independence this time. Mid-Atlantic comes down with it. Opportunity now for them to push this one downfield. Safely hit touch and have a line out closer into the line. Kicker has become Sean Comiskey. Comiskey, senior out of the University of Scranton, born in Dublin, Ireland.
Guys, I need a step. Guys, I need a step that way.
An open side, kicking for a touch. We don't really see that often nowadays, but if there's a big man up front that's got to put on him, we gotta use all the talent and showcase, and that's what this weekend is all about, John. Right? It's just showcasing all that tool bags you have, so that everyone can see what you can do on the field. Really good kick there. Really good position. And then they just reward themselves with another penalty again.
Another penalty here against New England Independent Red. They're going to push themselves closer to the line, or out to the 5-meter line. Looked like something illegal at the line out there. Not dangerous, but just enough for the referee to call a penalty here against New England. So a better line-out opportunity here for this Mid-Atlantic Sharks team.
In the lineouts, when you're jumping, you can't really touch the player who's jumping. So that's what the Reds did, and then it turned into a penalty, and now the Sharks in a really good position there for attack, and hopefully they'll get a try out of it.
Malak went again. He's been a big runner, but they come across to this side. It winds up in James Coffey's hands off a little tip pass there. Well done. Looking to get themselves some momentum. Malak again taking that ball in. Delia finds the targets. Ball is won here. Coming back across. They've just been going back and forth to this position. Now losing a bit of ground to this very challenging defense of Independent Red. Come across to the big boys. That's Janssen van Vuren. Delia goes in behind this time. They're looking to go a little wider. Stuck in the middle of the field with some good handoffs coming around there from Steluti. Steluti eventually taken down to the ground. Steluti, another Kutztown player. Leesport, PA born.
Use it.
All stuck here. Staunch defense as usual. 14 minutes into this second half. 30-minute halves here at All-Star Weekend.
Good.
Players in red rolling away. That's Eric Estienne. Ball to the wing. Little slip from Malcolm Johnson as he works to get himself back in field. Well done. Here come Mid-Atlantic. Delia again into the middle of the field. Leave the ball up to Coffey. He's featured in these sets. Trying to rip it away. Cannot are the New England Independents. Coming across, looking for the space. Space opens up just a bit. They work their way towards the line. Delia. Davison takes that one in. Davison, senior out of Kutztown. Big runs coming, but shut down that time is Max Horn. Again, just losing a bit of ground here, the Sharks. This defense so impressive early on, just playing their first game together for Independence Red. You see a bit of room on this right-hand side. Let's see if they can exploit this. Ball comes through there. Galato gets hit. Delia back to the middle of the field. Players taking the ball just a bit flat-footed here on these pods, so not getting anywhere. Janssen Van Vuren does a good job to get himself to the ground. Ball can be recycled here.
Yeah, I need you to roll out.
Penalty.
I need you to work.
Not rolling away against Independent Red. That time it was Zhao. So an opportunity here. Even though they were driven backwards quite a bit here, Pago, they have an opportunity for some points here to the Mid-Atlantic Sharks.
Exactly, and that's what they wanted. They needed to do, especially in this half, is to maintain possession. Even though they were not going anywhere, which credit to the Reds' defense, they really put a lot of pressure in that tackle. And then if you can really watch that breakdown, the Reds players making their tackles, and then they're getting back into their line real fast, which puts their team in a good position, gives them the numbers to come up and make the tackles. Sharks here, they just need to. They're getting caught a little bit flat-footed. They need to have a little bit of depth in their runs so they bend the line, but also they need to trap some of this Reds defender in the ruck. A lot of them are getting back up on their feet, joining the defensive line. They need to trap some of these defenders in the ruck so that eliminate some of the numbers from the Reds in the defensive line so they can have opportunities and have space to try and explore, especially down here in the red
I
zone.
need a pause before we go up, okay? I need a pause before we go up. Good, guys.
Referee just saying what he wants there. He needs a little pause once the players come in. They go up, taken away by Independent Red, but free kick penalty. Player was in front of the 5-meter line there. So 17 minutes in, 13 minutes to go in this one. 52-point lead here for Independent Red.
It looks like that red jumper, he was inside the 5 in the rule of rugby, especially in the line out. They have to be outside of that 5-meter channel. And it looks like they jumped inside the 5-meter channel. Therefore, it was a short penalty awarded to the Sharks.
The Sharks take that one quick. They had a little miscommunication there, so driven back again. Coffey has it going forward this time. Ball here. Referee says keep playing. Aiden Parson from Towson University had that ball, that one. Now they're behind the 50-meter line. They just cannot get forward momentum, this Sharks team. Bit of trouble from there. Cole Boyer takes that one in. Boyer, sophomore from Penn State Berks.
Release it out. Out, Red. Out, Red.
Red looking to drive that one away, but it is Mid-Atlantic ball right outside their own 22 at this point. Remember, they started the last movement with a penalty at the 5-meter line, got driven inside their own half. They came again to a short arm penalty of 22 meters out. Now they're at their own 22. So good defensive work here, obviously, by New England Independents. Need to get some decent ground here. Do Mid-Atlantic. Nice break coming there from Mawak. Has him in a very powerful game in tight. This time they go to the territorial battle. Manu takes himself into two defenders there. Can they turn this one over? They cannot. Referee's going to penalize back there. Didn't let that go. Would have been illegal as well. So another penalty against New England Independence. Mid-Atlantic, another opportunity to push this one downfield.
Really good work there by Cole Boyer. Just got on the field with a lot of energy, trying to make an impact. Chased that kick very well. Put pressure on the breakdown. I think Manu should have, try and move that ball a little bit. It was only one of him versus two defenders from the Sharks. But Boyer just came on the field, made an impact, trying to make an impact, bring some energy to his team. Got that turnover now. From the line out, they need to, have some depth here. They need to have some depth here so they can.
Ball down to Eric Estienne. Estienne puts that one back in, bounces off the foot there. Nothing seems to be going wrong. That penalty comes up. Garrett Mann was chipping that one forward, but Estienne might go for that himself. But we're going to come back here.
Back here.
The big man for here was in space right there. Really good work there from putting pressure on that line out. Unfortunately, that pass didn't go to hand, but that's been the story of the Sharks today. They're getting there, getting themselves down in the right areas of the field, but they just can't execute right. And that, those are the kind of things that could happen, especially in the All-Stars games. These kids haven't really been playing together for a long time. They probably all just met up this week, putting all these game plans together, and sometimes, miscommunications and a lot of things that you usually do when you play in your own system, in your own team, especially line-out calls. He hasn't really gone to either team today with their line-out, but the Reds have used more of their opportunities than the Sharks. So Sharks don't really want to be in this position again with their scrum, but really good work from the Reds defending. Pretty much they defended their own line from their own 5-meter, pushed the Sharks all the way back inside their own 22. So Sharks, they just need to continue to fight, continue to try and get some points on the board from here.
Ball in here from the Sharks. Pressure coming in from Red, but Malak is going to pick that one up. Try to move it out in the middle of the field. Good pressure on from this defense. Nice break as they try to get the ball wide. Into the wing they go. Little turn back in. Mid-Atlantic Sharks, that's Liam Donnelly taking that one in. Liam Donnelly out of University of Delaware, another blue hen on this team. Malak gets the ball midfield. He's going to make some ground. 8 minutes to go in this matchup. Mid-Atlantic would love to get some points on the board. Tri-State Foundry versus Great Lakes next. Estienne tries to push the issue there as the ball comes out in the middle of the field again, losing ground. Max Horn takes that one in. Max Horn, a first-year player, puts down. Ball back here. Big contact from New England in the Independent Red. Their players looking for places in later rounds here. Back at their own 22 again, losing ground. Good break eventually here from the Mid-Atlantic Sharks. Malcolm Johnson covers that one up, takes it into contact. Johnson from Indiana University of Pennsylvania. Another penalty against New England. The penalties are going against this New England team at the moment, but they're certainly making up for it with their defense, Pago.
Yeah, that was very unlucky there. Very unlucky there for the Reds. Really dominate tackle, but, the rule of rugby, Terry Chayakuru, dominate tackle, but you got to release that ball as soon as that ball carrier hit the ground. As you said, the Reds have been giving away a lot of penalties here, as you can afford to do, especially when you're up 52-0. But the Sharks, they're just not making the most of those opportunities, not executing well. Hopefully they'll get this line out and see what they can do off it.
Other ideas. Estienne's going to move that one in the middle of the field. Not the pass the Reds would have wanted here, but they have some space on the outside. Quick pass, Manu. Manu spots a space. Doesn't take him long. Ball slips from both.
No, I didn't have anything.
Knock on under pressure there. This will be a scrum for the Mid-Atlantic Sharks. Just inside the New England Independent Red half.
Really good pressure there from the Sharks. There's, around the first time now in this game that they've really put pressure in the breakdown. Both there with trying to pick the ball up from the ground. Unfortunately, lost it, but that came from the pressure from the Sharks in that breakdown. We'll see what they do of this scrum. A lot of changes in the front rower now for the Reds. We'll see if that dominant scrum is still there. But hopefully the Sharks can do something off this set piece.
Good scrum from the Sharks. Ball moves away. Colin Galato from Westchester University in at scrum half there. Tackle has been made. Player looked like they took a bit of the worst of it there from New England Independence Red. Finley Brown.
Advantage. I have a high tackle advantage.
High tackle advantage. So penalty advantage against Independent Red. We're really racking up the penalties here. Try to chip that one through, but we'll come back to the penalty.
Time's off, guys. Time's off. Take a second, 15. Take a second. Take a second.
Time off here. Referee and assistant referee are going to have a bit of a word. We will listen in.
So what I have is I have foul play. I have head contact. It's direct, medium force. But I do have a mitigating factor of the ball carrier going down. I'm going to add a yellow card for number 15 red.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I was going to say the only mitigation is
Ball carrier going down. Okay, cool. Captain and 15.
Referee now going to have a word here. It's going to be a yellow card coming in for Philemoni Manu. Having a great game, but just a bit of a slip of the tackle there.
There were mitigating factors. Player was going down, but it is to the head, so it is going to be yellow card, okay? Yeah. So,
4.5 minutes to go in this
game will be
first
over. Game
matchup.
will be
Going to be a yellow card here for Manu. He'll be out for the rest of the game.
All right, time's
The
up.
Red will be shorthanded.
High tackle.
Philemoni Manu there just got that tackle a little bit wrong. It's very hard to make those perfect tackles, especially when everyone's moving in top speed. Unlucky for him, but it's a good lesson learned for these young kids.
Go green.
Young players that you're always just got to make sure that your height in the tackle is good, especially for players' safety.
Can't jump twice. That's 2 up.
First jumper went up early. Couldn't jump a second time. Independent Red nearly swatted that one away. But a short arm penalty here for Mid-Atlantic Sharks. They're going to go for a cross kick. Look to put this one under for Johnson.
Have a mark, guys. Have a mark.
Take
You guys got
it with a
back
mark
end?
there from Finley Brown, who seems to be up and okay. Took a little stinger to his shoulder in an earlier tackle.
On you.
Not too sure if that was the right option for the Sharks. They want to get some points on the board with about 3 minutes to go now in this game.
Okay, I'll watch
But
that.
kicking the ball away, kicking positions away, just giving this Reds team a lot more opportunities to add some more points
I
on
just can't have you guys lift
the
2
board here
players at
before
the time.
full time.
One jump.
Sharks, they just put pressure. Oh, it's a Sharks ball.
Yeah, the Sharks ball was just marked it there inside the 22. So free kick comes to the Sharks.
Good throw.
Ball in the middle of the field. They've been using Malak a lot as that power runner in the middle, and they do so again. Shamar Malak, Towson High School, Towson University, Baltimore, Maryland native. Just inside the half here. Just over 2 minutes to go in this first matchup. Great Lakes versus Tri-State next. Malak takes it again, but it was lost. Comes up to Horn. Max Horn from Decatur, Georgia. In his home state playing. Good defense comes up on the outside there. Forces Parson to have another think about it. Young Glory Academy player.
Tackle release. Out red.
Luca Janssen van Vuren. Cross the line. Looking to go to the outside, but winds up in Finley Brown's hand. Finley Brown is an England U18 player. Takes that one across. Little kick there, looking for the space, but it went directly into touch. We'll come back. Line out for this Mid-Atlantic Sharks team. Down 52-0 with just over a minute to play. We'll want to get some points on the board here. Will Mid-Atlantic.
Really good defensive read there by Finley Brown. You know, very experienced player. As you said, England under 18. You know, coming off his line, shouting down that channel, getting an intercept. Unfortunately, you know, that was a good kick. It just went out of bounds there. Could have went either way. But Sharks, they just need to continue to put pressure in, hopefully get some points before full time.
Jonah Dalton takes that one. Red still playing tough defense here. Ball was out. Referee says that's fine. Knock on scrum here. About 20 seconds to go in this. Referee says a minute left.
Well, the scrum here to Red.
The locking partner there for the Reds had been immense this whole game. You know, number 5 there, Tony Shaw coming through, just putting a lot of pressure on that breakdown. Eventually, you know, when you put pressure on the breakdown, the opposition scrum half, you know, won't have a good platform to get that pass off from. And that's been the story of the whole game, right? Reds just been very ruthless with their approach, attacking that breakdown. You know, the Sharks, you know, haven't really lived up to it, or haven't really been able to combat that against the Reds. You know, those big boys up front right from the get-go. You know, we started with a scrum. It looks like we're about to finish with a scrum as well. So, amazing performance here by the Reds, especially those big boys up front. You know, and so it's a good win, 52 points to nil. You know, that's a statement, especially in the first game of the tournament. Now they're going to go rest up and then find out who they're going to play next.
John McGoey thought about something else and then put that one into touch. So that is the end of this one. 52-0 New England Independent Red will move forward and play the winner of the next game, Great Lakes versus the Tri-State Foundry. We'll be back with that action in just a couple of minutes.
Who's chirping me over there? Who's calling me fat? Hey, guys. Let's DB for the set.